Greeting, loyal servants of the Empire. It is I, your favorite Chaos Marine, broadcasting live from a small island off the coast of Sigmar. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesday, we look at stuff from our friends over at Games Workshop because why not? I like the figures. I like Warhammer, even though every time I played it, I lost, except for once. I wish I could paint this good. All right, what anything new since the last time we visited? It looks like there's a couple news stories. Let's see how much of this is new and how much of this is lore. So for Warhammer, the House of Heresy, we look like we have a new unit. For some reason, these are called the Bloody Toll. These are the demon engines arrived to reap the bloody toll. These are for the Battles of Horus Heresy. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of good art for them. So this is a new unit, insect themed, it appears. Mechanical insect theme. So half insect, half monkey. Is that looks like an ape or a dog. So dog mechanoids. I don't like them. Here's another one. This is the same one we just looked at. So we have two pictures of it. We've got some new kill teams coming out. Got kill team in Inquisitorial agents. These are a flexible kill team that extends directly to the rules in Warhammer 40k. They're generalists, using mostly firearms and melee weapons. And they look kind of just like general dudes. We got a dude with a sword, dude with a chainsaw sword, dude with a gun, dude with a super mega scroll. Imagine if D&D scrolls look like these scrolls. We just had to spend like 20 minutes reading it out for a simple spell. So 3 of these could be used for D&D, and 3 of these could be used for sci-fi-ish or post-apocalypse. This guy's got a chainsaw sword, so definitely post-apocalypse. So they're multi-purpose figures. This guy looks like he's, we're not going to talk about you. And then here's just some of the information on them, if you understand how this game works. A lot of mechanics here, all the different attacks he makes, all his different special abilities. Then we've got the Felgor Ravagers. Again, these guys look pretty fantasy. They could be Minotaurs or Goatmen. Definitely more fantasy themed than sci-fi theme. You could definitely use these for D&D or Warhammer 40k. You see there's this little guy right here in the corner with a gun. So, yeah. And here's the stats on one of them. Again, this means nothing to me, but if you play Warhammer, you probably understand it. We have the Salvagers. We already looked at these guys. This is our third time looking at them. I do not like them. I do not know why I don't like them. Maybe it's the color choice. There's something about these guys. I mean, you would think I would like this guy. He's cute and squat, and he's got a gun and a little happy face, but something about these guys just don't work for me, and I don't know why. I guess different folks. And then this is a close-up on one of the guns. So, then we have the Hand of the Archon. There is just so much going on. These look like either space vampires or space elves. We got these guys. Some of these guys could be fantasy. Well, not this gun. He's got a gun. Not this one. He's got I don't even know what that is. He's dual wielding some kind of chemical weapon. This one looks like it's got a flamethrower. This one's hiding in the back with, I don't know, a bow. This one is the only one you could probably use for D&D. These guys look very, very space elf, space vampire, I'm going to say. Very colorful, very over the top, very angry. I don't know if I like them either. No one cares, but for Sigmar, we've got a new unit. These are called the Pontifex Zenstara. They're a cult that are trudging around in Sigmar, trying to purge the city of its evil ways. It's got this, some guys on horseback. It's got this battle pelican. There's something you don't see every day. There's a word you don't hear every day, pelican. Thrice sanctified sedan chair upon which the Zentura is born, offering her mystical protection. So the clerics carry around this major dude cleric on this pelican into battle, and then they cast spells on the rest of the units. Yeah, I wish the picture was better. You can tell this has definitely been touched up and modified to not really give us the detail, but to sort of give this cool knights versus chaos beats. But unfortunately, it doesn't really give us any detail on what the figures look like, other than generic-ish, fantasy-ish knights and stuff. This guy's got a ridiculous thing on his head. But I know, you're going to be like, oh, nobody really wear that in real life. And then I would refer you to Alexander Nevsky and some of the historical from the Middle Ages. And yes, people would wear some pretty ridiculous things on their heads. No one's sure why. I mean, some of it's obvious. Okay, it's a way to quickly recognize somebody. Oh, that guy's got a horse on his head. I know that horse from the coat of arms of that house. So I know that guy is a member of that house because he's using the same horse that's on the shield, that's on the flags. But then some of the other ones are like, why does that guy have a chicken on his head? Because I don't recognize that anywhere. I don't know whose castle that is. But I guess it was sort of like, a way to show off. Did you know that the Warhammer 40K Tacticus is celebrating its first anniversary, which means there will be a sponsored play event. So it looks like there'll be some new 1-year anniversary units available, some new 1-year anniversary cards available, some new 1-year anniversary stuff available for Tacticus. We've got a new Kill Team Annual that allows you to play through an entire season with rules for every team. This is called the Kill Team Annual 2023. Play through the entire Gallo Dark season, all in one book. Here's some of the special units that were made available. Here's some pictures of the units and just various scenes. Here's a map that comes with it. So if you wanted to play through this, I guess, is the equivalent of an adventure path for those of us in D&D tabletop role-playing game terms. It's an entire season for the organized play as a beginning, middle, and end that you play through with your kill team, and you get some special unit information. Of course, this is just a book. You still have to go out and get the figures. These are some of the guys that played through it. He's kind of cool. That one's awesome. I don't like this one. I don't know why I don't like him. I don't like that one either. This one's okay. This dude's kind of cool. This one, So yeah, you can play through an entire skirmish campaign with you and a friend. Let's see. And I think this is it for this week. Pre-orders this month. We've already went through that. Right? So yes, we know we are caught up for this week. The last thing we got to look at is these Lance of Knights for Legion Imperials for Warhammer House of Heresy. Another new unit. These are the Lancers, Knight Household Lance Formation. So some kind of powered armor mecha units. These are their special abilities, unique to them. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3 different takes on the build. A small, a medium, and a large. Baby bear, mama bear, papa bear type thing. You can have a bunch of small ones and one large one, or a lesser amount of small ones and one medium and one large, or an even smaller amount of small ones and a couple mediums and one large, or you could just field 2 larges. But from what I understand, a healthy mix of all 3 is best for this type of game. And this is what we can expect next week. A new task force for Space Marines. Some more Space Marines. See, this guy could be a D&D paladin. Look at him. Just ignore the little thing here. And yeah, it definitely, he's got a shield. He's holding his shield wrong. He's got a bunch of stuff hanging from his shield. You're holding it wrong, dude. I don't really understand this. You're holding it up like a holy symbol. I get it. But yeah, this doesn't work. Oh, look at this dude. All right, this dude is awesome. Definitely some evilness going on here. You will be the cover of this week's thing. We just talked about that. We just looked at these guys. We just looked at these guys. We just looked at these guys. Do not like these guys. We just looked at these guys. Got another kill team coming out. Got this guy coming out. I guess he's the leader of these guys. At least he has the same color scheme, but he looks way more fantasy than those dudes do. This is a nice paint job, but I don't know. I don't. The orange doesn't work for me. New books for the Black Library. Some new toys like these maps. Some other new big stompy units coming out. Those are all things we can look at next week as we continue our weekly look at the world of Warhammer. If you'll appreciate me visiting the world of Warhammer with you, let me know. If you never want to see me do this ever again, let me know. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. Have a safe and happy day in Sigmar. Stay off my chaos land, and I'll talk to you later.